just for some perspective, this is where the trailer used to sit. And now it's over there.
Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another day with Knorps. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than our normal stuff. It's about 5:45 on a Saturday morning. The boys and I, Peter and Asher and I, are headed up to West North Carolina to start with to start helping with the cleanup from the hurricane. And I think everybody knows that North Carolina was hit pretty hard. And our church has organized a group to go up kind of in two stages. We're going to meet our local church here, go meet a larger group up in Lenoir, North Carolina. And then from there, they've got things organized. They're going to dispatch us out in groups to different areas to start helping clean up. And I think we're going to be going to people's houses and assisting there. So I thought we'd show that because this is kind of that storm was historic as far as its size and its damage it's done. And also this will be the first time that we've seen any of it firsthand. It's only been a week since the hurricane came through. So it should be an interesting day. We're gonna be doing that today and tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what to expect, but we'll take you along and see how it goes. Here we are, Lenoir, North Carolina. We got tons of people showing up here for this cleanup effort. It's awesome.
We've already made team assignments, but we have something that we felt like it was best to get us all together to do a few things together before you disperse for your day's work or 2 days' work if you're going to stay that long.
We're kind of here at our staging area right outside of a street that we're going to be working on. We've got people kind of running stuff up there. So we'll see how this goes. We got our sub pulled together. We're headed out to help out. We're all excited. Woo-hoo. Feeling good. This is interesting. I don't know if you can see this over here, but you see that line right there on the wall? We're behind these shops. That's the water line for how high the water got back here. So they got us all staged over here. We're walking up to this street. We're all kind of going to the same area as far as like a portion of the group to start cleaning out houses. It's a street that I guess was hit pretty hard. We got dumpsters being dropped off and we had to park a ways down here because there's a room up on the street. But so we've already got like dumpsters full of stuff getting picked up, carried off. And a squeaky wheelbarrow. Look at this. Okay, we're back here waiting to be told what to do, but realizing that that's the water line right there where it's brown on the trees. Went all the way up to the roof over here. Just destroyed. We ended up not being able to help out of that last location because there was too many volunteers. So we've been driving around looking for somewhere to help when we found this place. This is a little spot here next to the river where there used to be 5 houses here. And they all got washed away. You can kind of see, that's a foundation right there. But we just drove up and asked the people that were kind of standing around if they needed help. And they said, well, you can pick through all the trash, try to find stuff that's valuable for the homeowners so that they can kind of recover what they can. So we're gonna pile up trash and we're also gonna see if there's any valuables in there as well that we can leave behind or, kind of separate out for the homeowners. So yeah, we found something to do. We're making progress. Just kind of picking through this whole field of stuff. Got that pile right over there created. And we're making progress. We found some valuable stuff, or what hopefully is valuable to them. I'm editing this video right now and realizing I didn't do a great job of some of the transitions from one place to another. It's a little bit of it's a sensitive area to be vlogging about because I also try to keep my distance on a lot of these places we were at because I felt bad just walking right up and recording the destruction of their house, because for them it's obviously a way bigger deal than it is for me, and I didn't want to be insensitive to that fact, so I kind of kept my distance on some of these things. And I also didn't want to show the homeowners or the people because they didn't agree to be on YouTube, and I don't want to just put a camera in their face, So anyway, so we were at that location where those 5 houses, and I should have showed it better, but really there were huge piles of rubble where the houses had just kind of landed. The people that had lived there had some RVs set up and were kind of milling around. They'd obviously already had some work done, but they were grateful that we were there and that we were willing to help out. We were there probably for 3 or 4 hours working. And then we went to this next location, which I'm going to show, that was just really down the road, maybe a mile. We had driven by on the way in and seen this home that had just been totally destroyed. It was a mobile home. We didn't think anyone was there. It looked abandoned, but when we were driving back through or back by, one of our the guys that was with our group saw a gentleman kind of picking up around the house, and he pulled in and asked him if he needed any help, and he was grateful for someone who wanted to help him out. He was just all on his own. He was just there, and it was his place, or actually a place he was renting, and all of his stuff was just everywhere, and it was really a mess. So after we finished with those homes, we came over there and started picking up at his home. Okay, went down the road just a little bit, found this gentleman who's obviously, this was a home just destroyed. We're kind of cleaning up and separating his supplies and whatnot, so. Whew. And what I'm about to show here is us putting together a little temporary shed that someone dropped off for this gentleman. They were just going by, and I don't know the origin of it, but someone donated to him this temporary shed so that he would have somewhere to put his things as he was trying to figure out what to do, because the home was destroyed. It isn't a good place to keep anything, but it's probably going to rain again at some point before he can go. He was literally living, and still is living, in a tent in his yard. So he really didn't have anywhere to put things, to keep them out of the elements, essentially. So someone donated this temporary shed type thing that we put together for him. All right, I've been working hard over here, getting this little shelter built. Taking longer than it should have, but we don't have all the right tools, including a ladder. So, we're gonna get there. See, look at that. That's sweet. They're getting it. We got it finished. Look at that. Now we're just moving some of his stuff into here that has been donated to him, so he can keep it dry, if it rains again. Just for some perspective, this is where the trailer used to sit. And now it's over there and wrapped around those 2 trees. It actually spun and ended up right there. The trees are what stopped it. So obviously just complete loss, but just crazy. There have been people stopping here almost constantly since we've been working here. They've been driving in, seeing what he needs. I lost count of how many people were stopping to drop stuff off or donate stuff to him. It's really impressive actually how many people are trying to help out. So a lot of good people out there, and they're all trying to do the best they can to help. And he has a ton of water, a ton of food actually that have just been given to him, just from people driving by and driving around looking for people that can help out. So pretty sweet. All right, we're all done here. Head out. We had a lot of good help here, so not a bad day. Gonna interject more, well, another time here. I might do it another couple times. I'm just doing this as I go, but just to reiterate, I was super impressed, and it was I don't know, it gives you a boost in your faith in humanity when you go into a place like this and you watch people just helping each other. I mean, we were there, which was fine, but also there literally were people they were obviously just driving around with stuff in their car. I don't know where they'd come from, but they weren't connected to any organization. They weren't with the government. They were just individuals who had stuff in their car that they're looking for people to help with. The guy, and that gentleman he had 6 dogs. We didn't show it, but he had a lot of dogs. And so he had a lot of people just dropped off also dog food for him. He probably had 5 or 6 big bags of dog food that people had brought over. And it's awesome. I was literally, as people would pull up, it made me kind of get teary sometimes, because it's like, these are just people and they want to help each other. And it's a beautiful thing. And these are not people who are wealthy. They do not, obviously don't have deep pockets. These aren't nice cars pulling up and dropping off things for this gentleman. These are people who have humble origins themselves, but want to help others out. So I don't know, hopefully that is as hopeful for you as well. It's pretty amazing. But the next section is the next day, and we'll kind of go through that. Okay, it is the second day. We're doing this 2 days in a row, so we're here now up in the mountains now. We kind of got an address up here to work on. This has already all been done. It was actually done before we got here. Everything pulled out. This river just totally overflowed. Now we're tasked with kind of cleaning up around this house. So I think we're gonna be scooping some sand and other stuff, but it's a pretty river.
Get rid of this deck too.
Yeah, we'll get rid of the deck too. Pretty river, just a little bit too much water a few days ago or a week ago.
Making no progress.
I also failed to mention in the video on that day that Elijah came down from Virginia to go with us on the second day to help out, so he was there. But in this little clip here, there's a drainage system behind kind of a row of houses and also a business there in this little town that just completely filled up with mud. And so some of our group kind of walked down the road from where we had been at that home, just seeing what we could do, and found this opportunity. And so started digging essentially to get the mud out of this little, like a mini canal back there, like something that's like 3 feet wide. And so we did a bunch of digging there to muck it out and make it so the water would flow.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, dude, you gotta be careful. You're in the splash zone right here. All right, this little, I don't know if you call it a town. We've been in here. There's this Coffee's general store. Had water come up to the door, the step of the door, a little bit inside. She said it's been here for a long time. It's a really cute shop inside. Obviously, they got to rebuild a little bit, but it's still standing. Otherwise, I think they lost some homes back here. This is a pretty little spot. I need to look up the name of this town. The woman who owns the Coffee's general store said you should come visit them. They're a fun little shop. So yeah, you should check out Edgemont, North Carolina. They do have some rebuilding to do, but they also do, I think, depend on some tourism there. It's just a little river town up in the mountains of North Carolina. Super cute, even in its state that it currently is in, as far as like the destruction. And really sadly, there's a number of homes that were lost there, but they're going to rebuild, and I'm not sure when they'll be rebuilt, but in the future, if you want to visit North Carolina, you want to go to the mountains to a quaint little stream or river town, go to Edgemont, North Carolina. But that's really the end. After we were done there, there wasn't anywhere else they had for us to go, so we headed home. That town is kind of along a very long dirt road. It took us a while to get out, because along that dirt road, there's also power lines running that were all down, and the crews were working on getting those back up and running. And so we had to wait about 45 minutes on the way out for the crews, because it's like a one lane dirt road, to do some work and then move their trucks so that we could get by. Okay, we finished up our project down there, but now we're stuck on this road, because just around the corner here, this is the road out. There's the linemen are down there working on all the power lines. There's no way out, except this is the only way out. So got home, and that was the end of our weekend. Grateful for the opportunity to help out. I do think we may be taking another trip or two up there, because this will be a long process to rebuild. Obviously, this hurricane just covered a huge area. We just had such a small sliver of it, and I feel like this may not be getting as much coverage by the media for some reason. It feels like they should be talking more about it, because it's such a huge disaster, really. Historic as far as loss of life and property. Anyways, we're grateful to be able to help. And grateful you came along. I'm not great at documenting this sort of thing, so I apologize that it isn't super thorough. If you can find a way to donate or to help out, do so, and to help these people get back on their feet, rebuild, and return to normal. So next video will be a more normal North and South video, but thanks for coming along on this one, and we will see you again next time. Bye.